Hey YouTube, just thought I'd do a video today, my Q&A video. It's a beautiful day out and I thought I have some spare time, let's get this done. I was, I got a few questions, 7 questions in total. The 7th one was someone asking me if I had any advice about coming out. And I've kind of touched on this before in an earlier video, so I'll just let that one go and you can check out that video. As for the rest, someone asked me, how did I decide on my name? And well, when I was first figuring out that I was transgender, I was playing an online social game called Second Life, and I had created a female avatar, but I wanted a name for it. And in my reading online, I had seen a name in an article somewhere, Soroya, and it was a very unique and beautiful name, and I instantly had a connection to it. And I used it, and for every other thing online, game I played or whatever, that was the name I went by. It just fit. I don't know. So now when I'm wanting to have that name out here, it just seemed a natural thing for me to carry that name over because everybody already knew me by that name. So yeah. And as for my middle and last name, I'm just taking my old first and middle name and just sort of sliding them down. I mean, those are the 2 names that my parents had given me, and I kind of wanted to honor their choice and keep those names. The last name, well, if I had been female from the get-go, when I got married, I would have lost that name anyways, so I'm not going to be too attached to it. Another question somebody asked me was, what made you decide to start a YouTube channel? Well, I touched on this a bit in my introduction video and in my About section on my channel, but I will say that when I first knew that I was it was YouTube videos that first allowed me to understand that I was transgender. And I guess pouring through all the different YouTube channels and trans women that were on there helped me out so much. It was very inspirational and gave me a lot of confidence to move forward. And when I started talking with my therapist when I started transitioning, she suggested that I keep a journal or a diary of this whole thing. And I thought, why not do a video journal, a YouTube channel, and then maybe in some small way, as other channels have done for me, I could give back to people out there who need help or have questions. Pay it forward, you know? Maybe I can help somebody or inspire somebody, give them that little bit of confidence they need to move forward. So that's why I chose to do this. Whether I totally 100% succeed at that, we'll see. So far, so good. That same person also asked me if, or what video editor I used to edit these videos, and it's nothing too special. It's, I film these things on my phone. I have an iPhone 5C or S? S. And I got an app called Splice that I use on it. So I film whatever segments of the video I need, and then I just string them together. I can add music, I can edit, clip, and do all sorts of things in that program. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm so glad I got it because I couldn't do it before. Let's see, a different question. What advice do you have for those wanting to start relationships? Well, this question and The next couple are tougher questions. But when it comes to advice on relationships, it's very hard when you're transgender. I think my best advice would be to be open. I know there's a lot of people who just want to be stealth and just date and not worry about the future. However, I mean, I am focused a lot on my transition, but I feel like, me personally, I want the person that I'm going to end up with to want to be with me for me. I'm trans, I'm female, this is who I am. Love me or leave me. I don't want them to be surprised later down the line and have them freaking out on me or something like that. Who knows? I mean, I don't hold it against anybody who doesn't say anything right away, because I know they just want to feel like a woman, be treated like a woman, and not have that out there. In my case, I would just rather have it out there and deal with it. And then if you want to be with me, I mean, I'm pansexual, so it's kind of, the field is open. I have a lot of choices out there. So another question I had was, do I think Caitlyn Jenner is a good representation for this community? And to be honest, I love her, she's nice, but I don't think she's the best representation for us. I don't know really how long she transitioned, or it seems like it happened very quickly, and she does have a lot of money, she's well off, and I just feel like she kind of jumped ahead. Sure, she did some prep work, but she just jumped ahead and didn't go through a lot of the things that we end up having to go through. And to be honest, her whole political views, like from what I see in the media is not always the best choice to see things, but she seems to represent the Republicans, and they don't seem very fond of the LGBT community. So I'm at a loss to understand why she would support them, and honestly don't see why the media shouldn't be going to her. They should be coming to other people. I think Laverne Cox would be a way better representative for our community. But yeah, I don't think she is. She just seems very kind of almost destructive for our community and damaging. Sorry, Caitlyn, but I think you should just focus on yourself and your transition and stop being out there. Yeah. Let's see. The last question I think I had was from Nova. Do you have any advice for those who are thinking about transitioning? This is a huge question. Now, everybody has their own journey and their own experiences and even their own requirements, surgeries and whatever, that they're going to go through. So it's hard to kind of give advice because everything's so different. Even the countries we live in, we're going to experience different things. However, to be general, I think there are three things. One, to create a good support group, like a base of people that will love and support you. Find a support group. That was huge for me, to have somebody to lean on and get help from. Even if you have to find one online, there are places out there. Second, having a financial support base, coming out to your job, making sure it's secure. I know there's a lot of employers that aren't very receptive, but it is getting better. And I think once you have those two, it's very easy to move forward and to come out to everyone else. Third, don't let anybody tell you that you need to be a certain way. Be yourself. That is the most important thing. Just be you. Be yourself. I'm not worried about trying to be female or be anything else, you know, because you have people telling you, you don't pass, you don't look this or that. You're not acting the way you should. You're not walking the way you should. You know what? We have enough of those type of things with everybody else in the world. Just be yourself. I'm female. I know I am. I'm not trying to be anything. I'm just being me. I think once you get that in your frame of mind, you're just being yourself and loving yourself, you can find doing other things so much easier. And then, of course, establishing a support group and a financial base. So that would be my advice. I might have gone a little bit more in depth, but my my phone died while I was filming this, so I reshot this question. But thank you, everybody, for sending me the questions you did, and hopefully I can do this again sometime. And I really hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll see ya. Love you guys. Bye.